Hey Hero fans, this is Todd. So I told you guys I was going to go ahead and do a live questions and answers. So we'll see who shows up. And for those that want to watch this later, of course, it will be on the channel. So, all right, I do have someone here monitoring the comments. So we'll be able to get all your comments as you start through this. So first of all, I found out that you can make the cat stand on its own. Look how cool that is. I'm really surprised that it could actually do that. The trick is you actually have to have He-Man on there to work as a counterbalance. If you pull him off, he will just fall. The cat will just fall. So you have to have He-Man on there to counterbalance it. So something kind of interesting I found out. And it's so cool how dynamic you can pose these. So I did go ahead and put He-Man next to the Classics Castle. There's a link to it in the description if you want to see that. It's just a short 2-minute video of me putting him in front of the castle and trying out different swords and stuff. But while we're talking about the castle, let's go ahead and see how he fits in the old 80s castle. So I went ahead and set up an old 80s castle here. And I have the new He-Man right here. And I locked the door, as you can see, to see if the sword would work or not. So according to the storyline, the sword that they use to open the door is the new double-sided 2 pieces. So let's go ahead and slide that in and see if it works. Oh, that's a great idea to use a flight stand. Who was that, pretty lady? Oh, all music fan. Hey, Dean. Good seeing you too. So I went ahead and stuck the sword in there. So it did unlock. Now to try to get the door open. Now, this was actually an old castle I got from somebody online, so there we go. It's not in the best of shape, but it does work. And let's see how He-Man looks going into the door. And remember, this is your time to ask questions if you guys have any questions about these figures. And he fits about the same way that the old He-Man used to fit there as well. Now, somebody did ask me last time about these cool mountains, and I did put a link to get your own mountain. And so if you want to look at the link, you can go ahead and look at that and click it, and it will take you to a place to purchase your own mountain. All right, did somebody else ask something?
It is epic.
Oh, thanks, Dragonhead. All right, so I did kind of mess around with that wrestler guy, and I stuck on a Stratos head on him just to see how that would work. And I did find this kind of crazy is that the actual parts on here, they are Classics parts, which I kind of thought they might have been. Let me pull this off.
They feel nice with the classic CG.
Oh yeah, they work great for the Castle Grayskull for Classics. But you can see the 3 dots on here. That's what was on the Classics. So I can tell this one's from the Classics. And it's got a flat spot right there of where it used to lock in to the wrist joint on the other figures. Hey, Brian. Thanks for joining us. All right, so I'm anxious to get the new Stratos so I can actually use these parts on him.
Did you try to use the armor from the original figures and the original ones?
That is a good idea. So mixing with the actual original He-Man figures. Let me go grab my box and let's go ahead and try it out. Now, did you mean the Classics or did you mean the figures from the 80s? Did you reply back?
Battle Cat fit the Classics CG with the jaw bridge down? Question mark. From the 80s.
That's a really good question. I'm going to have to try that out again. I'll probably make another video showing more of how he fits in Castle Grayskull. But that is a really good question. All right, so here is the 80s. And let's go ahead and swap their armor and see how it works. Now, I don't know if I can...
To know is the Castle Grayskull in the background. Is that Castle Grayskull?
Oh, yep, that was Castle Grayskull. But that's the one from the 80s, though. Oh, on this side, this is a cool custom that somebody made, and it is massive. So that's not an official one. I don't have Fright Zone. Sorry, man. That's what they're asking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So let's go ahead and try this armor on him. Now, the crazy wonky part about this is you just can't take the armor off this guy because his legs are in the way. So to get him off, you have to actually break him in half. I will break you. And then you can get his armor off. So it's kind of, which is why I don't think this is going to fit on the other He-Man, because I'm not going to break my 80s He-Man to stick the armor on there, and I doubt it's going to go up through both his legs.
I thought that was your custom fright zone.
It actually is. Yep, that is my custom fright zone. Thank you. I didn't realize that was you're asking. I did get a new puppet for it. So this is the new puppet I got to kind of match a little better. Oh, I love the eyeball on this one. It's so cool looking. So I did get a new custom puppet for him. All right, let's go ahead and try this armor on now before I get distracted too much. Now this is actually the commemorative one. Hey, thanks, Dean. Yeah, the easy one-word ones I can answer pretty quick. All right, so let's see how this looks. Come on, you can do it. Just having a hard time getting that little latch.
That's a great idea from the fright zone.
Oh, thanks. Usually I turn them 90 degrees from each other, and I have a whole entire video on it showing how I made it. If you want, I will post a link to it when this feeds over.
Well, somebody wants to know they haven't revealed any Horde members or Snake Men from Origins yet, correct?
I haven't seen any Horde men come out yet, but that would be cool once they start releasing the evil Horde.
Do you have the Spirit of Grayskull figure?
The blue one or the glow in the dark? Swap out my light on here.
You said I have custom dragon for Skeletor, right?
Oh, that's cool. All right, so there you go.
Either one.
I have the glow in the dark one, and I do have one my friend made me that's the blue one. If you check out my Ghostbusters video, you'll see the blue one. And then I think I might have some videos showing the glow in the dark one too. I did attempt to spray one of my glow in the dark ones with a clear blue over the top, and it just did not work very well. It ended up becoming a big sticky mess. But so there's the back. There you go. So someone did ask me last video if I could make an Ular, and so I was kind of messing around with another wrestling figure and stuck on an Ular style type head. This is not actually Ular's head. This is from the 3-pack that came with PowerCon, the Prince Adam head. And just to kind of give you guys an idea of how it will look. Now I'm probably going to use this particular body to make my 2000X version of He-Man. Obviously it has the wrong boots still, but it'll take a little bit of work to get it done. And I won't use this head from my 2000X. I'll actually use the head from the 2-pack of the snake armor.
Is He-Man's left finger supposed to be straight?
Let's see. On this one here? Yes, it's supposed to be straight. They were smashed in the box. So, and he does not come with extra hands. But when you get the 2-pack one, he did come with lots of extra hands. It came with closed fists for both sides, open hands for both sides, and open hands to hold the sword.
And I said, yeah, oh man.
All right, so Tila. I do want to talk a little bit about Tila, unless somebody else has some other questions. So, as you guys know, people...
H body?
Yep, a Triple H body. I figure it's a good way to go because he's kind of light colored, and the 2000X He-Man is a little bit lighter in color. So people complained about her knees being kind of crazy, how they kind of look like flaps over the front of them. So my wife did pick me up a new Tila, and I'll be doing knee surgery on the new one coming up here probably this weekend to see if I can make these knees look better. And so it'll be kind of fun to do. So if you guys want to tune in for that later, I will have hopefully a fix for that. All right. Any other questions so far? If not, that's actually my wife. It's not a dude. Sorry, man. Do you want to say hi? She doesn't want to say hi. So on this Tila, something really cool, as you probably have seen in my videos, is as you turn her head, because the armor is so soft and rubbery, you can actually turn it and still have her, look with the armor being turned, which is really cool. And for those that don't know yet, I know I showed in some other videos, if you pop her head off, you can fold this back over almost like a hoodie.
I said the knees use almost the same joints as the Japanese Figma.
Yeah, they do seem to appear to be that way. I like how they're all hidden, the way they did the joints to hide them. And the elbow's cool, but it's just, I didn't mind the knees.
Is your wife on watch?
What was the question?
Is your wife a monotube fan?
No, no. In fact, you can almost say she's the opposite of a Masters of the Universe fan. She puts up with it because she loves me, not because she likes anything to do with He-Man whatsoever. And she's in the room with me reading comments because I had a hard time trying to do the comments during the live thing. So she was forced to come in here, had to twist her arm. She's over there smiling right now and laughing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Any other questions besides about my wife?
So my dad, when I was younger, was watching He-Man at 3 in the morning when I fell asleep on the couch, and it was the strangest thing to wake up to.
So your dad was watching it while you were sleeping, huh? So he wasn't watching it with you, he was watching it by himself.
Brian.
That's funny. Hey, Brian. Which Brian is it?
Gross.
Oh, okay. Great. Hey, well, welcome you guys. All right, any more questions? Well, if no more questions, I am going to talk about my favorite thing, classics. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this cool He-Man that I customized, but I actually gave him a silver and mixed it with black paint. I do have Swiftwind. It's packed away, so I can't pull it out right now. Otherwise, I'd pull it out and try it on for size and see how she fits on him.
You have Swiftwind?
But unfortunately, I have it in a box, and it's in the bottom of a bunch of other boxes. So maybe next video I'll pull it out and see how she fits on Swiftwind. And like I mentioned before, I think the classics look.
Somebody said paint the belt. Adam.
Oh, Adam, this belt here. I actually like that it's orange. It's actually a very metallic orange, and so I was going for the metallic look on this one. So I think it's kind of cool. So that was kind of the fun part. I did paint the boots though to give it the furry look. So those are my painted boots on this guy. And I also painted the sword. You probably can't tell on the camera, but it has silver highlights on the blade itself, and the rest is dull gray. All right. Any other questions about Origins? I'll go ahead and let's just see that awesome battle cat with the Origins He-Man on it. Yes, I am a huge fan of Classics Battle Cat. It just stinks that it's so expensive. Now, you guys did see my fix with the rubber band for the head, right? You can see it underneath here, the rubber band a little bit. And that was how you made the head and the body to not keep flopping around so much. And if you want, you can see that. I just posted it, I think, like a day or two ago. So you can go watch that video on how to tighten up the joints on your Battle Cat.
Hopefully they do a horse for Origins.
That would be great, because obviously right now Swiftwind is so expensive. Trying to pick up one on the secondary market from Classics is going to be outrageously expensive. Those horses, though, are extremely huge. And I don't know how they'll work with Origins too well, because they are so big. They're even big for Classics. And so I think they are massive. And of course, the robotic horse is huge too. Yep, Stridor. And yeah, and I'm hoping when I get the PowerCon figures, I do have She-Ra ordered. I will definitely do a whole entire long thing on She-Ra comparison of all the different She-Ras, the 2000X, the old ones, the new ones, and of course Classics. And I will throw her on that Swiftwind and see how she fits. So you guys will all get a chance to see that.
I think Dan said me too.
Oh, cool. Yep. Hopefully Val will send it to us pretty soon. That'd be awesome. I'm not sure when they're slated to come out, but hopefully sooner than later. Oh, let's go and try to take his vest off. Somebody told me you could take it off if you're to rip him in half. So let's do the old Hulk move like he did on Wolverine. Rip his arms off. Ugh.
vintage castle from the 80s that you have?
This one's from the 80s. The other video is the classics. So, all right, so I got this off right here, and let's see if I can somehow get this off without stretching it out too much.
My shaver cannot sit on anything skirt too hard.
Oh yeah, Dean, that does kind of stink. One thing you do with a She-Ra is you can take her skirt, take a hole punch, and punch her skirt just a little bit up with a small hole punch, and then cut a small slit on both sides. You want to use the hole punch so it doesn't rip all the way up the skirt. Otherwise, when you start to move her legs, it will continue to rip all the way up. So get a small little leather punch and make the 2 holes first, and then take your scissors and then slice up the side of her skirt, and that will give her an easy way to sit on the horse.
PowerPoint exclusives are expected November, December.
Oh, thanks. Who was that?
Adam.
Oh, thanks, Adam. Or Dean, I guess. It was Adam of Grayskull.
Hmm.
Yep. Wait. I don't see it.
This one.
Oh, a different Adam. Okay. Hey, thanks, Adam. All right. Anyway, I'm not going to yank this off because it's going to take some stretching to get his thing off. I don't know why they didn't make this openable right here.
Hello from Mexico, Hebrew. Can you make a Mexican He-Man or a custom figure very Mexican?
That would be really cool. I'm going to have to work on that. It's funny. One of my friends, he grew up in Mexico and he used to watch He-Man. And he told me he thought that when He-Man transformed, that he turned into a Mexican because his skin turned dark. And so he thought it was the coolest thing, seeing this guy transform by the power of Grayskull and then turn into a powerful Mexican. It was kind of cool, his perception of what he thought He-Man was, being he turned blonde, or not blonde, he turned tan. He just thought he was turning into a Mexican. I thought that was pretty cool. I liked that because it was his thing, you know, because now he had a toy that matched him, and that was pretty cool. So he really enjoyed it. Hey, something else I noticed was the armor. The armor on the con exclusive, this is painted red, and the armor on the ones you get in the store now does not have red. It actually is not painted in that one little spot. Hey, Andy. Oh, welcome, Andy. I appreciate you coming and joining us. All right. So, if there's no more questions, I did get this little comic. I've not looked at it yet, so let's look at it together. And it's literally only 2 pages. I mean, it's literally just the inside flap. I can't believe that. That is not much to it. Huh. All right. I was hoping for at least be able to turn a page, but I guess that was pretty quick. What's that say? Conquistador He-Man. Not sure what you mean, Don.
What character would you like to have other colors?
Well, you guys all know Hebrew, of course, is my guy. That's the one that I created a long time ago. I cannot wait for Clamp Champ. That's going to be so cool. I also like the people when they make a female He-Man. They used to use the battle armor Tila and make like that He-Man bra thing with the furry shorts. That was always really cool too. I know She-Ra's supposed to kind of be that, but I thought the female He-Man was way cooler than the She-Ra. But
Let's know if you have a full collection tour video.
I do not have a full collection tour video. But I am planning on making more videos kind of showing some of my different figures and stuff as time goes on. One I want to make that I keep putting off is all my He-Man customs that I've put together. But I just haven't had time to actually make a video of that.
And have you heard about some origin figures snapping at the thin knee peg?
Oh, I haven't heard about that yet. Thanks for telling me. I was getting ready to yank this guy's knee apart so I can get his knee pad off, and when I started pulling it, I did notice the back of the pin turned a little bit white, and I got afraid and stopped pulling. I was tempted to take and heat this up to see how it comes out and how large the pin is inside here to see how it's connected. Because when I go to fix my Tila, I'm going to have to pull her bottom half of her knee off in order to do the fix on her kneecap over this top right here. All right, any other questions? So you've been at this now 20 minutes, and these lights in this room are roasting. And so I'm thinking about ending this pretty quick. Last chance. Who's going to get that last question in? All right, well, check out my other videos. Definitely check out my Skeletor video on the origin of Skeletor. I have a few on there. The one you want to watch is the one that has the giant flame in the background with Skeletor kind of shaded out. It's really easy to spot, and I'll put a link to it.
Can you please do a compare and contrast of the playsets?
Oh, that is a great idea. I'm probably not going to do that today in this video, but sometime I will do a comparison of the different Castle Grayskulls. My Castle Grayskull is an empty shell. Unfortunately, I don't have all the stuff to it. I used to have it, but I had this crazy idea. I wanted just classics, so I sold my awesome Grayskull, which I customized. It had a roof on it and everything. It was so cool. But I was like, you know what? Running out of room. And so I ended up selling my original Castle Grayskull and my 2000X Castle Grayskull.
Can you check if Origin He-Man's on Origin Battle Cat fits through Castle Grayskull Classics one?
Definitely. I will try that out. I'm guessing it won't fit unless he scoops down like this, just because he is much bigger than the other Battle Cat. Now, on this custom castle, if you happen to ever find one of these online, over here, which is, this is such a cool one, is this door is so huge, you can actually fit the classics through the door on his Battle Cat. It is just a super amazing castle, and they do have them. They do get kind of spendy though, but I'll post a link to my friend on Facebook that made them, so you guys can bug him or find out if you know someone that has some more. His name is his website is Castle of Power, I believe, or something like that.
Origin Panther, flocked or unflocked?
I'm probably gonna go with the flocked. I gotta go with the flocked. We've been waiting for flocked for a long time. Who knows? I might even get both. All right. So
I'm a fan of Thundercats.
I am a fan of Thundercats. I'm really excited about the new Thundercats, the Super 7. People keep saying there's problems with them. I'm not sure what they are. I did buy all the Mattel ones, and as you guys have seen in my videos, those who have subscribed to me, I have made a really cool custom Mumra that's actually taller. I've made pieces that go in his thigh area to give him an extra 3/4 of an inch height to be a little taller. And I do have the video on there, so check it out. Search my channel for Mumra, and you'll find that video. And I also have made some other custom Thundercat figures too. Those I'm really excited about. Brave Star, I think he's cool, and I use a lot of his stuff to make my Rio Blast even cooler. So I do pretend like my Rio Blast is the storyline of Brave Star, because there's really not a lot of storyline to Rio Blast. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Thanks, Dean. I'll have to check that out. All right, so any other questions? Oh, and hey, do subscribe to me, because I do have some other figures I'll be opening. Like I mentioned, my wife, even though she hates He-Man, maybe not hate, that's a little strong. Do you hate He-Man?
No.
She said no. Wow, that's surprising. But she did get me some other figures, so I am going to open up some other figures in the next couple days. And so we'll be testing these out too and doing some compare and contrasts. So stay tuned, and we'll be checking those out. Someone's laughing because of your no comment. All right, you guys. It's been fun. And oh, I am planning on doing a new class on YouTube on how to customize figures. It's going to be a multi series event. We'll have it every single week, the same day, same time. And I'll put the syllabus out pretty soon. I'll do a quick review on it. So if you want to learn how to customize figures, join me in my virtual class, and you can ask questions just like this. My poor wife will be sitting next to me reading questions off that I can't read quick enough as they flash on the screen.
Have you checked out the Realm of the Underworld figures? They have a live auction tomorrow night on Facebook.
I have not checked them out lately. Maybe I'll have to go to that auction and check it out, but they have some great stuff. I see Man at Arms again. Ooh. I wonder if they're going to make a secondary head later on without a mustache. I remember being a kid being kind of, oh, look at that. He's got a black hair mark too. Anyway, I don't want to review him too much right now, but we'll check him out later. But I remember taking a permanent marker and making my own mustache on the other one. Yes, mythical legends are great. I don't buy them because of the price, but I did buy the horses, the brown ones, to go for my Rio Blast and for my Tila for my classics. So I'm really excited about getting Rio Blast his own horse, because right now he's using Arrow that's been altered a little bit, but to have his own brown horse is going to be really cool. So I'm excited about the horse they made. Their giants look amazing too. I almost got one to make my own custom Titus, but then I realized it's only 9 inches tall and not 12. Otherwise, I would have got one for my Titus. Oh, and here's my second Tila that I'll be using. Soon she'll have new knees, and we'll see how that looks. No more questions?
A customer, a wonderful woman into Tila.
Oh, find me on Facebook and show me your pictures. And I actually have some really cool custom Wonder Woman figures on my channel. Check it out. I've done the opposite, where I've taken parts of She-Ra and other figures and made a really cool custom Wonder Woman from classics parts. So not the other way, but made it cool, because we already have some great Tilas. Thanks, Ed. I appreciate it. It is Ed, right? Ed 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks. All right, you guys. I think this is about it. One thing I do regret is I did sell my Prince Adam from the 2-pack. I do have some of his parts left over. I made a 2000X He-Man out of them, and I kind of wish I didn't sell them now, but
Gosh,
it was cool.
fantastic.
What's that?
I'd love to see a fight between Manitou and the masters of the WWE universe.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool to do a stop motion of that. All right. Thanks, KJ. I appreciate it. Yep. And
I look forward to seeing your Origins customs.
thanks, you guys. And it's so cool customizing them. I almost pulled this one apart. That'd be the wrong one, wouldn't it? Just to be able to rip them apart and change them out is so crazy. I just cannot believe how easy it is.
Comics out now.
So bizarre. All right, you guys. And hopefully we can also talk more when the new cartoon comes out. That's going to be really cool to see the new stuff with Kevin Smith and see what he comes up with. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm sure you guys are as well. The whole Revelation series and the new figures coming out for that series too. That's going to be epic. Any more questions, Annalise?
Looking forward to that.
All right. Yep, Dean, that'll be cool. All right, you guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends, share this channel around, and like I said, I'll have some really cool more stuff as we continue on. Bye now. See you next video.